Hello everybody, Scott Schlemmer here. Just wanted to shoot a really quick training video on how to provide buy support on the public exchange. In this case, I'm on Bittrex.com. I've had some requests from people inside of the Skype group to show what I do and how I do it and try to make some sense of it. So first of all, I got a screenshot here that I took of a trade that I made earlier today. And if you see here, these are the three trades that were made. 3 times where I purchased Capricoin. It was really one transaction, but it took 3 different transactions to fill it. So what I did is I put an order in for 350 or so Capricoin at this price, this Satoshi price right here. There was actually somebody on the market in the asking selling 194 of them. So what it did is it automatically populated, loaded, and sold those first. And then it provided buy support and loaded a buy order for the remaining balance here. Okay, so it filled those 194, so you can see that was a sell from somebody on the sell side. But then I got 2 transactions here, one for 18 and one for 139 to finish the order out. And that's how you provide buy support. Now, ideally, I would have had more coins on the buy side than on the sell side, but you can see here it's pretty close. It's still better than just going and buying from people that are trying to sell them, because those all show up as sell items. Now I'm going to show you here how to do that. I'm actually going to make a deal here at the same time. So here's how it works. Okay, so first of all, you have your buy side right here to buy Capricoin. You have your sell Capricoin right here. These are the charts down here where people are selling. These are where people are trying to buy for these prices. Okay, so instead of loading a low ball number price over here and trying to pick up Capricoin, what you do is you go over here and you find somebody that's selling Capricoin for the amount, for about half of the amount of what you want to buy. Okay, so in this instance, this guy's selling 114 Capricoin at 164,000 Satoshi. It's about 0.1884 Bitcoin. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go buy about 200 of these. Okay, so that's what my goal is in this example right here. So if you're trying to buy 200, you wouldn't want to necessarily go and buy 114 here and 110 here and get those, because both of those are going to show up down here in your transactions as sell transactions. Okay, they're not providing any support over here on the buy side. This number right here is very important to market confidence. The higher that number is, the higher the confidence is in the market. So what we're going to do is go up here, 164,000. So we click on that number and then click on that number, and it automatically populates it up here. You can see 164,000 Satoshis, 114 Capricoin, 0.188 Bitcoin. Okay, you can see I have 0.8 Bitcoins here yet to play with. I've bought about 3 or 4 Bitcoins worth of Capricoin already today. Okay, and so another tip here is you don't want to load all of your Bitcoin into Bittrex. So if you have 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300 Bitcoin, whatever it is, you don't want to load them all over into here. Okay, you want to have whatever you're going to use inside of Bittrex. You don't necessarily want to carry all of your Capricoin. Like, these are obviously not all of the Capricoin that I own, or all of your Bitcoin inside of the public exchanges. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. So that 164,000 already got loaded. So here at 167,000, all right, I want to buy 200 of these. Okay, so one thing you could do is you could actually, if you wanted to buy them at 163,000, that's fine. You could go buy 200 of those at 163,000. Click on that number. Okay, go up. And now that's going to load, because I already had loaded with the amount of Bitcoin I want to spend over here. So if I loaded this whole thing at 1426, but I only wanted to buy 200, go down here to 200, load that, hit buy, and it's going to process as a buy order, not as a sell order. Okay? Does that make sense? We want to process these transactions as buy orders because it puts buy support over here on the order book. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Now, in a lot of cases, you are going to have those kind of numbers up here. you might be wanting to buy 200, but there isn't any in here that are at 200, you know, for what you want. So let's say, just for example, this is the best price that you can get for 200. Now it's only 121, all right? It's only 121, so you load that, click on both. You have 121 at 0.2033 Bitcoin, okay? All right, so, but I want to buy 200. I don't ever just want to buy 200 from this side. All right, now keep in mind here for this example, just pretend this 870 does not exist. So your best price to get 200 right now is 121 of them, or even 110. That's fine. You want to get, let's say you want to get 200, or if you wanted to get 1,000, you could go down here to this 550 and put the amount in there for 1,000. All right, but I'm just saying that most people on here probably only want to buy 100 or 200 of them at a time, you know, for financial reasons or whatever it is. So I'm going to just use that as an example. This is purely as an example, people. So if I'm wanting to buy whatever number I want to buy, I want to take at least half of them from over here. Now, if you can get all of, I want to take half of them from the buy side and half from the sell side. Now, if you can get all of them from the buy side, that's great. That's great, because literally right now, if I wanted to buy 200, I would load in 200 at this price, but I would load it over here, not over here. That is what you call buy support. But like I said, in this example, and I know I'm being redundant here, but I want to make sure that everybody understands this clearly. In this example, I'm pretending this 870 doesn't exist. But I want to buy 200 today for whatever reason. I just had in my mind that I've got some extra money, extra Bitcoin. I want to go buy 200 Capricoin. There isn't really any over here for 200. You know, you could buy 550 off of this. But let's just say that the best number that you can find over here is this 121. Okay? So I'm going to load the 121. I'm going to load the price. It's going to populate there at 0.2033846 Bitcoin. And now I want to make that 200. So I'm going to change that 2 to a 4. Now it's at 239. Now I bought half of them from over here. And what might happen is when I click to buy this, it might actually populate and sell the whole thing. That's fine, because it came over here from the buy support. But let's see what happens here when I do this. Let's confirm that. So there's my order for 239 Capricoin. Okay, so it automatically populated because there was actually more to sell here than what it's showing. All right, and now that can be from bots, it can be from different things that cause that, but that's fine, because what it did is it's probably not going to populate it here. Let's see. Okay, it's going to take a little bit for it to populate down here in the market history, but what it's going to do is it's going to be in the buy side of this. It provided buy support for this side, which at the very least is going to help hold the value of Capricoin. It's going to create market confidence because it shows people are buying it, rather than just going over here and buying coins from the sell side. See, we've seen all these things before. Like here's one that's fairly big, 1,000. Somebody wants to sell 1,000 of them. They want to get 1.7 Bitcoin. But we've seen them over here where there have been like 10,000 of them for sale for, you know, 15 Bitcoin or whatever the number is, these big numbers. And so I see a lot of panic involved in that. And what people do is they're like, well, I wish somebody would just go buy all those. Well, it's not necessarily giving it market strength when you're going to buy all of those. A better way to do it is to buy it up in increments from the buy side. Okay? Same thing when you're looking to sell your coins. It's just the opposite of what you're doing with your buying when you're buying them. Is you are going to put an ask price in. Okay? You are going to put an ask price in and you're going to sell from the ask side rather than going down here and just dumping your coins, because let's say you want to sell 1,000 of them. So you're like, okay, well, this guy wants to buy 1,000 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this arrow, and then I'm going to hit confirm, and I'm going to sell my coins. That's not how you want to do it either. You want to do it from the ask side when you're selling your coins. What that does is it creates market balance, and it'll help with at least hold the value of the coin. And if you get enough people wanting to buy the coin, obviously that is the demand increase, which creates the value increasing in the coin. So I hope that helps clarify everything for everybody. Hopefully that gives you a better idea of what we're talking about when we say buy support. Rather than just going and buy down here, buy from here. And rather than selling from here, sell from here. Okay? And so that is how you want to buy and sell Capricoin. It is not a bad thing. People think it's a bad thing to sell some of your Capricoin. It is not necessarily a bad thing. This is what creates the movement of the money, which creates the value, which creates the volume, which creates the buzz, which creates the excitement, which creates everything. It's not necessarily good just to hang on to your coins and just store them away. And you know, if you feel like you want to sell a few coins for whatever reason, you know, let's say that you need some money, all right, for whatever, you want to sell some coins, that's not a bad thing. Just go over here to the ask side and sell some of your coins, okay? If you think you want to buy some coins because you think it's a good deal or whatever reason, you just want to go and buy some more coins, go over here and get them from the buy side. So that's how you provide buy support, people. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer any of them. Hopefully I helped somebody today. Hopefully I helped you guys out. Hopefully everybody's having an awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.